boy in the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting at the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried. Touchdown! Steven Sims, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing: take care of the football.
And down inside the 15 he goes. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal, because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun. Wentz. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll lay this one out deep for... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. It's complete. Henry. He's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Wentz. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't come before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on second down. Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 35.
Pass him in.
Touchdown, Chicago. Denzel Mims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On play action, Wentz avoids him at the 40. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain of 37.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They go play action. Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Able to connect with Mims. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. But now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up and now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They fake the give. Now Wentz. The throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
On first down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll slice his way down on the 30 with a pickup of 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Working from the gun, Wentz will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Trubisky will throw. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. Over the middle, caught by Mims. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 27, Trubisky. He gets this to Davante Adams. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return will stop right around the 25. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now a play fake. Wentz. But to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Room here to run. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone. And the football will come out to the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Love to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun, and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about